Hello guys, this is Armadias from MH21 back at you again with another learning, and for today's video, I'll be disseminating the use of a popular renewable energy sources such as solar energy. So the title of today's vlog will be switching to renewable energy, change for a sustainable world. So without further ado, let's begin. Some argue that climate change is inevitable and that we should not be concerned. Well, the answer is that we have indeed had a naturally occurring climate change ever since the earth was formed. However, none of the natural causes of climate change, such as the sun's output, the earth's tilt, or even the volcanic activity and emissions from decaying vegetation, can hold account for the current warming. There is just one thing, and that is fossil fuel emissions created by human activity during the previous 2 centuries. Since the beginning of Industrial Revolution, the amount of carbon dioxide in our atmosphere has increased by about 30%. Climate change has had bad consequences, and global warming is just one of those deceptive phrases. It may not sound that threatening, but we should be threatened because the sample of its consequences will have a huge impact on us. And I'm talking about the tropics being hotter than it already is, Philippines becoming hotter and wetter, extreme typhoon events will become more extreme, sea levels will rise significantly as water warms and take up more space, and our glaciers and land base as ice sheets melts. More air and water pollution due to those longer and hotter summers that will threaten the living worlds of plants and animals, our wider environment, and even our own health. Lastly, even more damage to wildlife and habitat on which it depends. Many individuals are unlikely to get out of bed to battle something that sounds vaguely technical and non-threatening like climate change, but almost all of us or everyone would do so to protect their loved ones, their homes and livelihood, as well as to help build a better world. Climate change is too good to be true. So let's take this as a challenge and think of something to solve it all together and redouble our efforts by adapting to renewable energy. So how do we solve climate change? Using renewable energy. Electricity and heating run the world. Everything from our transportation system to heating and powering our homes to building infrastructure, and all industries requires it. As of now, we rely most likely on fossil energy sources like oil, coal, and gas, and it is releasing carbon dioxide from the ground that has been trapped there for millions of years. If you want to stop climate change, we need to switch to renewable and sustainable sources of energy as soon as possible. Luckily for us, there are many smart people working on increasing the amount of renewable energy producing, while at the same time making sure that our grids stay stable despite the volatile nature of renewables. Governments can cut their carbon footprints by a lot of Governments can cut their carbon footprints by a lot Government can cut their carbon footprints by buying electricity from clean, renewable sources or making it themselves. The most common renewable power technologies includes number 1, solar. This includes photovoltaic and solar thermal, wind, biogas, wastewater, geothermal, biomass, low-impact hydroelectricity. Emerging technologies, waves, and tidal power. Government can lead by example, generating energy on site, purchasing green power, or purchasing renewable energy. Using a combination of renewable energy option can help meet local government goals, especially in some regions where availability and quality of renewable energy vary. The benefits of renewable energy in the environment and economic benefits of using renewable energy includes number 1, generating energy that produces no greenhouse gas emissions from fossil fuels and reduces some types of air pollution. And diversifying energy supplies and decreasing the reliance on imported fuels. So next, we have the economic development and job creation in manufacturing, installation, and other fields. So in this vlog, among all the renewable energies, let us focus more on solar energy. So, you may ask, what is solar energy? Solar energy is the energy received by the Earth from the Sun, primarily in the form of visible light and other forms of electromagnetic radiation. The solar portal provides an overview of the information on Energypedia related to solar energy. Let us know more about energy. So, solar energy reduces emissions. The first and perhaps the most understood benefits of solar energy is that it can reduce greenhouse gas emissions. This happens because solar energy is an alternative to coal energy. Solar energy is inexpensive. Solar energy is actually less expensive than coal. This makes it suitable alternative energy source. Sustainable living will actually benefit you financially. Choosing solar energy can conserve water. More traditional forms of producing electricity will involve high water consumption, which places a strain on the resources. Solar energy does not need water at all. Going solar essentials for sustainable living. Using renewables energy will help you save money while also meeting your sustainable living goals. It also prevents strain on the natural environment. So let us look at the renewable energy in the Philippines. The Philippine government actually has passed 4 laws that seek to improve the state of renewable energy. And these are the Electric Power Industry Reform Act of 2001 or the RA 9136, the Biofuel Act of 2006 or the RA 9367, the Renewable Energy Act of 2008 or the RA 9513, and the Climate Change Act of 2009, which is the RA 9729. How much of the Philippines' energy is renewable? You may ask. The current energy mix is composed of coal 47%, natural gas 22%, renewable energy hydrothermal wind solar 24%, and oil-based, which is 6.2%, with the current energy capacity of 23 GW. Investing the climate-proof, economically smart renewable energy will put the country on the right path rather than continuing to rely on unsustainable polluting fossil fuels. The Philippines has an opportunity to embrace the support of the private sector and the public. Now, let us show that we can change for a better by doing the right things. Before I end this vlog, let me share a quote by Paul Pullman. Renewable energy could not only reduce emissions but also create jobs and improves public health. So that's it for my vlog. Thank you for listening. I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!